You really gonna mom spaghetti me right now, bro? Fuck you. This is actually my first try at stand-up comedy. Hey, it's good seeing all Mike Evans' DMs in person. Make some noise actually if Mike Evans DM'd you and that's why you're here. You're a sick man. Judging from this crowd, it seems like your type is Filipino young men. Can't blame you. Me and Mike are in a crew called Family Not a Group together. FNG. You know, we're an artist collective that really brings diversity to a whole nother level, you know? We got black rappers with white dads, white rappers with black kids, Jewish rappers saying free Palestine, you know? We got photographers out the closet, comedians in the closet, we got it all, you know what I'm saying? That's payback for that 8 Mile, bitch. You know, as a Jew, this whole beef with Palestine, it really just doesn't make sense to me, you know? Because as Jews, aren't we supposed to like things that are free? You know? What happened to deals, two-state solution for the price of one, you know? But I did make it to that show Wildin' Out. AKA Squid Games Atlanta. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of like Nick Cannon's Social Experiment, you know? Like, what if we put a bunch of the coolest black people and most autistic white people in one room and just see what happens? When they say it's not airing on Spectrum Cable, they mean the full spectrum. You know? But speaking of white people, I went to a Friendsgiving the other day in the Fillmore, or as they called it, Upper Somanopa Hempstead Heights. And they started this Friendsgiving off with a land acknowledgement, you know. We acknowledge we are gathered on the ancestral land of the Ohlone people. We honor their continued connection to this land that was stolen from them. And I'm all for a land acknowledgement. But I just have one note. We're in the Fillmore right now, like in a revitalized apartment. Like, if we want to acknowledge land white people stole, you can just go back to your lease agreement, you know what I'm saying? Like the call is coming from inside the condo, you know? I think next Friendsgiving, they should do a land acknowledgement for their apartment. We acknowledge we are in the ancestral apartment of the Jenkins family. We honor their continued connection to this 2-bedroom by hanging a Black Lives Matter sign over their old doorstep. Thank you for relocating to Hayward, so we can enjoy this ethically sourced, free-range, gentra fried chicken. We see you, we hear you, we displaced you.
Amen.
Amen. San Francisco whites are a different breed, I think we really are. But it's starting to get hard to tell the difference between the San Francisco hipster whites and the Republican whites. You know, they got the flannels, the trucker hats. You looking at him? The flannels, the trucker hats, the little mustaches. They both wish they lived like 100 years ago, you know? They both say pride a lot, just in different fonts, you know? I think these Republican contrarian dudes are kind of like the new hipsters though, you know? It's even in the name, like, we're not the right, we're the alternative right. Just instead of Burning Man, they're at Burning Cross. Just instead of vintage clothes, they have vintage opinions. You know, hey, I love your views on interracial marriage. Oh, thanks, it's my great-grandfather. It's been in my family for generations, super vintage. Hey, I can make that joke, y'all. My best friend is racist. What? My name's Frak, that was my first try. Make some noise for Mike Evans, too, the legend.